qualifying for a small business loan, BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Well, whether yesterday had a win or a loss for these two teams, they got 18 hours to get back on the court and continue this opening weekend of non-conference basketball on the PSP Network. Welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed. To stay in your car, drive through oil change service. They'll take about 15 minutes at any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck. Also find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. Oh, sorry about that, folks. There we go. Had to readjust some of the cameras earlier today, and now we're up and running in the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Alongside Bryce Gutnick, I'm Owen Patterson on the call for today's AA boys basketball matchup between the Mustangs of West Fargo Cheyenne, who were in Bismarck last night, ended with a 102-72 loss to the Bismarck Demons against the Magicians of Minot High, the #1 team in the state, off of a 73-50 win over West Fargo. Let's just start right there. Win or lose yesterday, you got to put it behind you because there's another non-conference game today, and it ends up being a top 5 matchup in the state.
Yeah, we talked about the challenges of this early for these teams. You know, going to Bismarck, you're in the hotel, you're back at it really quickly. Not a lot of time to digest about what happened last night in their matchups and such. But Sheyenne back in Minot here, trying to rebound. You know, Bismarck so talented. We had a good discussion with Coach Brandt about what Bismarck's going to bring to the table. That is, and we know, you know, Bismarck shooting out to that early lead last night, never looked back, made, I believe, 17 threes in that game. And then you got Minot High. Minot High really showed what they're about in that second half. That stifling defense really shutting down the Packers there in that second half. And their core, Winchesky getting going in that second half. Peyton Shell getting going as well.
Yeah, you won't hear too much from us in this Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show because Dean Winchesky and Tim Brandt will join us very shortly when we return from break. Just getting started on day 2 of the AA basketball season from Minot on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Back to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. I'm Owen Patterson here with the head coach of the Minot High Magicians, Dean Winchesky. Coming off a season-opening win yesterday against West Fargo, what were some of the things you were looking for and some of the things you liked from yesterday's victory?
Well, first of all, what I really liked is how hard we played. I thought we defended and played with tremendous effort. There's a lot of things to clean up. Obviously, I thought we missed some help situations. There were a few communications we got mixed up on. And, you know, first game, kids have to be able to see how important it is to do little things. properly. I thought the first half rebounding was horrific. They pounded us on the glass and got second chance. I thought the second half we were much better, much more effective. So defensively, it's minor changes. It really is doing a better job of getting in a stance how we want to guard people, and then make sure we're getting to help and communicating in that way. And then again, rebounding, and it's got to be all five. It can't just be Landon, who was tremendous on the glass last night. Offensively, it was clunky. We were a little disjointed. I thought everybody was playing so hard and trying to do so much that they didn't take advantage of using each other. Like, I didn't think we screened very well. I don't think we saw open people off drives. I don't think we cut with. I mean, there's just so many little things. And I think a lot of it is excitement and new roles. You know, I mean, Eric's probably the only one, maybe Grayson and Landon. I guess those three are back in the same role they have. But again, they're going to be expected to score more and play more. Obviously, Peyton's roles expanded tremendously. You know, even though he had a tremendous year scoring, we're gonna lean on him more. Anybody who watched the game saw we ran a lot of sets to try and get him opportunities. And you know, I mean, and that's a kid we have to. So his role's changing a little bit in that respect, and we want him to be aggressive. And even though, you know, Fisher didn't have huge numbers, I thought he was really good. I thought the energy he brought offensively, and his abilities are just going to continue to show, and that's a lot of it's just him trusting that he can go and do it. So offensively, we probably got a lot of things to clean up. We scored 73 and shot 50%, but our free throws were horrible. We didn't hit the glass very well, and we turned it over too much. So there's a lot of room for improvement, and we got to just try and take another step tonight and then get back to practice.
Well, it's a good thing there's 20 more games to go this season. We're just getting started.
Yeah, it's not tournament time yet.
Yeah. So still previewing this season now in the non-conference part of the schedule. Half your roster is guys with a bunch of varsity experience from last year. The other half is guys with next to none. You know, those guys earning their spot last night, obviously those starting five, that group of seven that really gets rotated in. What are you looking for from those younger guys maybe that could move their way up the bench into that rotation this season?
Well, right now we played 8, and I thought our 3 kids off the bench were really stable. I thought Kale played magnificently. Mason was really good defensively, and Jalen played so hard and rebounded and did a lot of good things. Our 9 through 14 right now, there just has to be an understanding of what they can do and not trying to do too much, meaning to do things they can't, but then take advantage of the things that you can and then play within our scheme. Understand, you know, the speed, the intensity, the effort that it takes to be successful. And I love our younger kids. I really do. I think Wilson Wald and Carson Barecki, our 2 seniors, I think can find some time here and again. But Taven Archer, Drew Jordan, Oakley, True Blood, and then Patrick Shanahan, the freshman. If we needed to, even though they're going to use up their halves and they can't play in the varsity right now, we feel like if we needed to, they could fill a little bit of a role. They've come in and competed so hard and brought the attention to defending and rebounding that, you know, we would feel comfortable if we had to. They just have to continue to grow and understand the speed, and that's, you know, a lot of these guys played sophomore, but then another step up being in varsity practice, another step up playing JV games, and a kid like Patrick who played 8th grade, it's a huge jump to get there. And I believe he'll get there. I truly do. I think all 4 of those kids could find themselves getting on the floor at some point this year. It's just a matter of growing, but then they got to beat out the kids that are above them. And fortunately for us, we feel like we've got a really solid core, and if kids are going to find that role, they've got to earn it.
Looking at this game in particular against West Fargo Cheyenne, you're facing the defending state champions, but they look a lot different.
Oh, yeah.
How is preparing for this game?
You know, it's funny. The first 2 games of the year, because you literally have 9 practices, and then you hit it. I think a lot of it comes down to we have to worry about us, what we do well. Work on the things that we haven't done so well, and just try and clean up little things as we go, right? Not try and reinvent the wheel. Just do what we do and try and do it better than they can. And I think that for us has to be our mentality the whole year is, yeah, we're gonna pregame and we're gonna scout and prep for other teams. But the biggest part of it has to be we're gonna go just do our stuff and force people to beat us playing our best. And you know, we've got all this experience, and we've got 2 all-conference kids and 4 starters back, and Fish played a ton last year. You know, we should feel comfortable with what we do. Now it's it's a matter of all of them, as we said at the beginning, stepping up and filling new roles and understanding, there's a greater expectation on them.
All right, well, Coach, thank you for joining us, and best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks, Owen.
All right, we'll talk to Tim Brandt from West Fargo Cheyenne coming up next to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Back at the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, now joined by the head coach of the Cheyenne Mustangs, Tim Brandt. A homecoming game here at Minot High School this weekend to open up the season. Got started in Bismarck last night. They seemed to not miss a shot in that first half, but you guys rebounded, outscoring them in half number 2. Were there some positive takeaways from last night's performance?
For sure, yeah. Obviously, they were flying up and down the floor and knocking down shots. I think they were something like 13 for 20 from the 3 at halftime, and if a team's going to shoot like that, they're going to be tough to beat. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, being as a score what it was, this might sound odd, but there was a lot of good things to take away from that. And, we're a pretty inexperienced group right now at the varsity level, and starting off against a team like Bismarck High is tough because they play such a style of basketball that you don't see. It's tough to prepare for. They press you all game. They fly around. So after we adjusted and we got a few minutes under our belt, and we did a lot of really, really good things, especially in that second half. Like you said, we won the second half, sort of a moral victory type of thing. But once some guys settled in, I thought we did some really good things. So yeah, a lot of good things to take away from it.
Who are some of the guys you're going to be depending on? Obviously, Sully Irie is kind of the one guy returning, but we saw a couple new guys step up last night as well.
Yeah, Kaysen Bernstein was one. He's a junior, first ever time being on a varsity floor last night. I think he led us in scoring with 19 points. Kyson Keller was another one, a sophomore that started for us last night. Anytime you're stepping on a varsity floor for the first time and you're a sophomore and you're playing one of the best teams in the state, there's going to be some nerves. But I think once he got over that and he got comfortable, I think he was really good. So those are the 3 guys last night that led us in scoring. But there's some other guys on our team as well that I'm going to be looking towards. Caden Olson's one who started for us last night, starting quarterback on the football field. So he's got experience in big games. Chase Spielman's another kid that started for us last night that can do some things too. So, outside of those 3 guys, I like our talent. We got some good players on our team, and we just got to keep growing.
Facing a Dean Winchesky Minot team, there's going to be defensive intensity right there. What's something you're teaching your team here to prepare for against the Magi?
You just got to be strong with the basketball. They're scrappy. They play hard. They don't make a ton of mistakes, so we got to be sharp. We got to cut sharp. We got to cut hard. We got to pass fake. We got to catch the ball with 2 hands. We just got to be fundamentally sound and be able to handle their half-court pressure a little bit.
All right, thank you for joining us, Coach, and best of luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Head Coach Tim Brandt will be back with the rest of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this commercial break.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/familybirthcenter. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Another reminder, this is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. They know you're busy. That's why when you visit any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck, they don't waste your time or their own. Valvoline Instant Oil Change technicians can typically perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Find out more on what they do online at VIOC.com. Well, as we continue on with this pregame show, Bryce, how about we take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air, with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory-authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than with Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. I'm not really sure I adjusted my notes from yesterday. I didn't. But for Sheyenne, it's keep the focus. Obviously, the first half yesterday against Bismarck High, they allowed 71 points. There's really no getting around that at all. Something just to improve on, and they did in the second half, outscoring Bismarck High 39-32. They need to keep that focus, knowing they are a developing team.
Yeah, like you said, we talked to Coach Brandt. They kind of got blitzed straight out of the gate. He was super happy about, a good chunk of that game. That second half, like you said, they were super competitive. You see Case and Bernstein really competitive in that ball game. His first varsity start, I believe, really played well in that ball game. And then you're toying with the rotation. You're looking for guys to contribute. Like you said, you got a lot of those missing pieces. I'll go through that list later in this ball game, Owen, about what they've lost. And but it's the now. They're living in the now, and he's excited to see a lot of these kids heighten and ramp up their game, and he believes they can do that.
What I think Minot High's part of this keys to the game should say is it all starts with defense for them. Obviously, we just heard Dean Winchesky talk about how the offense, it wasn't very smooth yesterday against West Fargo. It really wasn't the machine that they wanted on the court, but it's the opening weekend, which means the one part of the game you can really try and rely on is that defensive intensity, and we sure saw that yesterday. It needs to carry over.
We talk about their defensive mindset with this team, just getting after you, so stifling. That second half really showed. I said that earlier in this broadcast, but defense to offense. You saw that with the dunks they got going in that transition, getting some easy buckets. Eric Winchesky driving the hoop, being super aggressive. We talked about the 5 charges. I might have made up that we may have established that record last night, Owen. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but he was fantastic in every asset of the game. You saw Shell get going, get Schaefer going. Schaefer's so relentless on the rebounding side. Like, he's just offensive and defensively. So, hey, they got some nice contributions off some of the bench pieces as well. Had multiple scores in that ball game in the first game of the year for Minot High.
Well, to continue setting up today's matchup, let's take a look at the statewide rankings in the preseason. Minot High is at the very top. Sheyenne is at number 5 with that one first place vote at 0-1. One of the teams expected by the media and the Hoopster to be on the top of the EDC, and don't get us wrong, there is a really good chance the Mustangs do go back to that state tournament, which they won a year ago, but there's a lot still that needs improvement.
Yeah, and that's what these first few games are for, setting this challenge. Tim Brand had this in mind. You go to Bismarck High, you know what they bring to the table. You know Minot High is going to be a good basketball team in this arena, in this environment, kind of seeing what your kids are made from early and finding some rotational pieces that are going to help you deeper into EDC play and beyond.
Well, how about next week on the PSP Network? Already done with our first full week of high school basketball. It's been flying by. How about Tuesday? 4 broadcasts on the PSP Network, and 2 of them have been down in Bismarck. It'll be Mandan at Bismarck High for boys hockey starting at 7:30. Minot High is at Century at 7:15, and then it's back to the basketball court. Your first time visiting at Minot North High School on Tuesday as they go up against Turtle Mountain girls basketball. One game starting at 6 o'clock. Shiloh is at Deluxe Burlington. That's probably the game most people are going to sleep on that day. Shiloh, a top 5 team in the state. Deluxe Burlington, my underdog favorite in Division A girls. And then throughout the week, so much more basketball, some wrestling in there, and some hockey to close out the week. We've also got the opening round of the Linton Shootout on Friday night. We're everywhere, folks. PSP Network, the season has begun. Our jobs have as well. We'll have the rest of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show when we come back. This is the starting lineups, the national anthem, and tip-off from Minot after this commercial break.
Remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Please remain at attention and face the north of the gym where the flag is displayed for the playing of the national anthem.
Well, we bring you back into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. How about we talk about some of the individuals that are playing a big part in this one today with our very abbreviated Prestwich Orthodontics Players to Watch segment. Prestwich Orthodontics specializes in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. We'll start with the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, who are being introduced to the crowd right now. And hey, Sully Irie, he was the one returning player from last year that played any significant minutes. But obviously, testing out a few new guys yesterday, and hey, they found maybe their go-to in the sophomore, Kason Bernstein.
Yeah, Kason Bernstein was terrific yesterday. His first varsity start, the 6'6" forward center. He's a junior. Look for him to be involved early in this game, trying to establish something down low for the Mustangs.
We talked about Peyton Shell yesterday for Minot High, which gives us a good reason to talk about Eric Winchesky today. 21 points, over 900 in his varsity career now, closing in on that 1K number. He won't get it today, likely, but obviously scoring, defending, just effort. Winchesky has it.
It's all of that. When we were interviewing him, our Sportsbook MVP yesterday, I wanted to talk to him about everything. We would have been here all night, Owen. Defending, his ability to get to the basket. He really loves to be aggressive, get in the lane, but he can also shoot the three. He brings an intensity, a tenacity for Minot High. Look for that today to carry over again from yesterday.
Well, it's pretty rare to see Minot High not in the home whites here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Apparently Cheyenne didn't do their laundry overnight. They're in the I guess the new road white jerseys today with the blue and orange numbers and letters. The blue and orange stripes on the sides. Minot High in the road maroon jerseys today with the gold numbers and letters outlined in white. The starting five tonight for West Fargo Cheyenne: Kason Bernstein right there at center court for the tip-off. Chase Spielman, as well as Kyson Zeller, Sully Irie, and Caden Olson. For the Magicians today: Grayson Schaefer, Eric Winchesky, Landon Bedell, Fisher Johnson, and Peyton Shell. Mustangs going from right to left on your screen today. In the first half, Minot High will be going from left to right. Schaefer versus Bernstein at the center circle, and we are underway with high school basketball on the PSP network. Tip-off is controlled by Minot. Johnson with that entry to Eric Winchesky. Now they go around the horn, right back to the point guard, Fisher Johnson. Oh, they were going for the lob play. Grayson Schaefer, I know he very much appreciated. Well, hold that thought, because there's a turnover in transition. And the finish. That was Chase Spielman.
Spielman, a little right place, right time there, Owen, getting the Mustangs started. Early lead in this one.
Ball out of bounds, last touch by the Mustangs. How about Minot High, though? Going back to their first possession, going for the lob to Schaefer. Had 2 dunks last night, trying to make it 3 on the season.
Yeah, nice little set play there. Just really good defense by Cheyenne, that possession, and they get the leak out and get a transition bucket. Going to need a lot of those in this one to pull the upset.
Johnson between 2 Mustang defenders.
I talked about Fisher Johnson quite a bit yesterday. First thing we mentioned about him, tremendous speed. You see it on that play, tying this ball game up at 2.
Now the first full offensive possession for West Fargo Cheyenne, and there's going to be a moving screen called against Caden Olson. You might remember that name from the high school football this season, quarterbacking the 3A state champions.
Owen and I had Cheyenne from day one in the state title pick there. They were able to accomplish that.
There goes Peyton Shell against Olson, off the glass. Using the good old advice, use the square.
The great side for Minot High. Peyton Shell kind of struggled to get going in that first half yesterday. Had some foul trouble. Really found it in the second half, though. Has been really aggressive to start the season.
Olson now trying to go back after Shell instead. Passes it out beyond the three-point line to Sully Irie, who knocks down the three-pointer.
Great little fake by Irie, creating some separation in the corner. Knocked down 3.
Got another foul here against West Fargo Cheyenne. It's going to go against Irie. Here's the three-pointer again from Irie in the corner. on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. Johnson again attacking the hoop. Misses the layup. Rebound goes to Kyson Keller.
I like that early. Fisher Johnson being aggressive, getting in the paint. Couldn't capitalize on that one, but a good sign as well for Minot High.
Spielman spins, shoots, short, offensive rebound. Putback's also no good by Kaysen Bernstein. And now the Magicians go running. Shell, contested three in the corner, drains it.
Shell really leaving off where he, picking up where he left off from the second half last night. That in the corner, no hesitation. Knockdown three for him.
Yeah, 10 of his 16 yesterday came after halftime as Minot High really extended that lead and never let West Fargo back in the game, winning 73-50 in their season opener. Winchesky now takes over the point guard role. The Magi up 7-5 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Just about 3 minutes gone by. Winchesky goes to the baseline, cut off by Spielman. Back to the top, Fisher Johnson, Shell, long three, a foul before he shot it. It's going to go against Cheyenne down in the paint. Kaysen Bernstein.
Kind of starting to rack up the fouls early. Minot High so good at doing that. Getting to the free throw line. I believe they shot about 21 of those yesterday. Really good seal by Schaefer there, drawing a foul on Bernstein.
Shot clock resets. An extended possession here for Minot High. Wide open Bedell. The help defense slid over, and Bedell stayed home.
Really good find by Winchesky. We've seen it a lot to start the season. His ability to dribble drive, finding Bedell in the paint for two.
Here goes Keller on the move. Pass it back out to Irie. Irie near side. Olsen had that pass deflected and intercepted. Winchesky all the way to the baseline. Finds Shell open with Cheyenne scrambling. And another one for Peyton Shell. 8 first half points.
It sounds like a broken record here, Owen, but the dribble drive, the penetration by Winchesky. Great vision on that, finding Shell. Shell really going early for Minot High.
Lots of contact there and a hard fall for Chase Spielman. Minot fast down the court, but I think Schaefer had that pass get deflected by Irie. Now the Mustangs on offense. Quick three off one pass, missed it. And Cheyenne has been scoreless now for a couple minutes, an 8-0 run for Minot. Johnson was traveling. Here's a Ryan Family Dealerships replay of the Shell three.
To give some credit, landed Bedell down in the paint. Sometimes it's not even so much getting the rebound, Owen. It's keeping balls alive. His ability to tip the ball, get it in, get some transition opportunities for Minot High. He does that so well.
A few substitutions in at that dead ball. One of them for West Fargo Cheyenne's the sophomore Jack Larson. I know you talked with Tim Brand outside of our interview. Was Larson one of the guys he was talking about?
Definitely Larson was on that list. And how about that? On cue, three ball.
Sir.
You got to love that. These guys that come in, get their opportunity, make the coach not take you off the floor. Look at that. He gets the knockdown three to start.
Schaefer over Larson. It's the three-point contest today in Minot in the first half.
3 made threes already in this ball game, only 7 minutes in for Minot High.
But, we always kind of say they can shoot the three ball. They don't really necessarily live and die by the three ball, but here in the first half, when it's working in your favor like that, don't stop shooting it.
You got to love that. I was kind of adamant about that last year with Grayson Schaefer. I feel like he could have really shot the basketball more. He's kind of an unselfish kid, buys into that mentality of Minot High basketball, but I really look for him to be more aggressive this year and take his opportunities shooting the basketball.
I don't know if you saw that Ryan Family Dealerships replay. That looked like the perfect swish. I mean, it was to the back of the net, barely even moved it. Ball out of bounds, last touch by the Mustangs. It'll stay with Minot High. 15-8 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 12:43 remaining in the first half. with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Mustangs in man-to-man defense. Winchesky tries to knife right through it. He does, but the fadeaway shot is short. Battle for it near the end line, and a foul is going to get called. This will be number 4 on the Mustangs and number 2 on Kason Bernstein.
It'll be interesting to see the rotation here. We talked about Bernstein a lot in the pregame, his ability to score in that first game, see what Coach Brandt does. Obviously going to have to take him off the court.
Isaiah Lincoln checks back in, got a lot of minutes last night against Bismarck High. Up on the defensive side of things. Again, a new shot clock for Minot, leading by 7. Here's a 3 from the wing. It's good. Mason Jensen.
We talked about Larson. He comes into the game, fires a 3 right off the bench. Jensen coming in for Minot High. Mason Jensen, 6'1" senior guard, making the most of his opportunity and his minutes. Knocks down his first 3 of the contest.
Yeah, Jensen shot 14% from beyond the arc last year in limited varsity minutes. He's already made 2 triples this season. Another loose ball. It will eventually be picked up by Eric Winchesky. Back up ahead to Jensen. Jalen Gunville on the court for Minot High. Now he has the basketball. Winchesky on the drive. Will not distribute it to his teammates. Instead draws the foul. Lincoln was there defending. And it will be the first personal foul on Isaiah Lincoln.
Be interesting to see some adjustments here from Cheyenne's side. Try and maybe swarm Winchesky, get him to give that ball up. He's so relentless and so good at getting in the lane and doing this, getting to the foul line.
So many games today, Bryce, to keep an eye on out of town. Obviously, Minot High girls are at West Fargo Cheyenne, but thanks to the North Dakota score feed, there are some crazy good boys basketball games happening right now. Overtime between Legacy and Fargo North. A tie game between Minot North and Red River, their first varsity game. We'll have all the scores from around the state coming up in the Magic Sewing halftime report. Free throws good from Winchesky. His first points of the night, and we have our first International Bank and Trust timeout as well. We'll take it with them on the PSP Network. 6 minutes in to our first half.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Call now at 701-852-1700 to place an order. Serving Magic City for over 25 years, it's Planet Pizza. Back to basketball here in Minot. The Magicians have scored 15 out of the last 18 points in this first half. Jack Larson hit a 3 as he came off the bench in the half. That's the only points in that stretch of time for Cheyenne. That'll be a first team foul against Minot High. Goes against Fisher Johnson.
If I'm Coach Winchesky, you kind of live with those fouls. You're not going to give – Fisher Johnson doesn't want to give up the layup there. Gets a little handsy, gets called for a hold there, but you're not giving up a layup. Make them, reset.
Long inbound goes to Kyson Keller. Hands off to Irie. Fakes left, goes right. Pull up, mid-range, missed it short of the rim. Shell grabs the rebound. He might take it all the way. Oh, had to get a little crafty there with the finish as Keller jumped up with him. Missed it. Spielman finds Keller, top of the key. Thought about it. Now he'll drive inside the arc and finish.
Really tough finish there. The defense has been really good on the Minot High side there. Kyson Keller getting in the lane. Tough finish.
3 falls for Jalen Gunville. Hold your breath on that one.
That's what Gunville does. Athletic, great shooter, very strong. We saw it in the JV game. He had quite a few of those in that contest.
That was a pretty epic junior varsity game we saw earlier today. Kyson Keller to Spielman. Larson, another one from the corner. This one rattles off the rim, no good. Another Shell rebound. Johnson switches over to the left hand and will get the lay. Fisher Johnson. Another one for the Ryan Family Dealerships replay reel as we go to break. Timeout on the floor called by Cheyenne.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. It's First International Bank and Trust. Built on the bond between their employees and customers. Find them online at FIBT.com. We just saw both huddles there, Bryce. What do you think Dean Winchesky's talking about right now? Obviously, the offense is working much better than it was last night, and the defense, well, it's been pretty spectacular.
It's kind of all working. They're hitting perimeter shots. You see Fisher Johnson being aggressive. Gunville comes in, hits a three. Jensen comes in and hits a three. And the one thing that's really stood out to me to start this season doing both Minot High games here, it's one and done. It's not giving up those offensive rebounds on and getting out in transition. You see Shell being aggressive going to the rim. It's all working for Minot High.
On the other side for Tim Brandt there, they've gotten chances. They've gotten chances at good shots. They've obviously been there defensively in their man-to-man. It's just Minot High's been winning.
That's such a great slip there. Isaiah Lincoln, great play out of the timeout by Cheyenne, getting an easy bucket.
First points of the game for Isaiah Lincoln. Minot doubling up West Fargo Cheyenne, and now Lincoln's going to get called for the foul, just reaching in there as Winchesky was trying to feed Landon Bedell the basketball.
Hard to get around a guy, the defensive end, number 30, Landon Bedell. I talked about it yesterday, the Dragon commit. They're super excited to have him. Such a force in the interior for Minot High.
Minot High will be in the bonus the rest of the first half for the last 9:36. Inbounds pass right to Shell. Knockdown shooter.
Shell has it going here in the first half. Already his third made three of this ball game.
Now dives for the loose ball. That's that effort that we always talk about and other teams talk about for Minot High. It's going after a loose ball right there in the middle of the floor when really they should just be walking it up.
We've seen it all from him to start this season, his ability to force turnovers. I gave you the stat yesterday. He's the leading shot blocking returning player in the state. He's scoring inside out. Got a little mid-court discussion here.
They called it a jump ball.
Actually, Owen, I think they might have called it 10-second. What I think.
Yeah, because if it was a jump ball, it should be Cheyenne basketball. So
I think they got a 10-second violation there. Don't quote me on that, my friend.
Shell again. Locked and loaded.
7 made threes in this first half. We got 9 minutes left to go.
Not to bring up bad memories for Cheyenne. That's as much as I'm going to talk about that. I'm not going to say anything more about that. Bismarck hit 13 threes in the first half last night. Oh, Gunville the steal. Cheyenne not looking. Gunville's at 5.
When you're playing hard like that, Owen, it seems like every bounce is kind of going Minot High's way as well. It's the tenacity on defense. You're going to get a lot of those bounces. They're all seeming to go the Magi way right now.
Short shot there, just missed by Keller. Gets his own rebound. There's a hustle play for the Mustangs. They're asking for an and one. Down 14-32 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
I think Coach Tim Brandt's got a point. A little animated on the sideline. I think that should have probably been an and one. The fouls are 6-1, Owen.
Yes.
So he's gonna let the referees know about it a little bit.
Bedell too strong in that shot. Here's Keller again. He's really been the only Mustang in recent memory to put up a shot.
He's being really aggressive. You gotta like that if you're Coach Brandt. Just a sophomore.
One half of the Kaysen team that combined for 38 points last night against Bismarck, each of them scoring 19 points. A travel was called there against the Magi. 8 minutes left before the Magic towing halftime report. 32-14 lead for Minot. Another turnover. And then Minot's going to turn the ball right back.
The wingspan, the attention to detail on defensive end, getting your hands up, getting deflections. Not the last time you're going to hear us say it about the Minot High defense.
Foul called there on Wincheski again on the inbound. 2 fouls in 0 seconds.
He's really close to Dad over there, too. He gave Dad the look. Dad gave him a stern look back saying, hey, what are we doing here? You know, that's already 2 on you now.
Yeah, I'm not
Might
sure
have to
words,
sit the rest of the first half.
I'm not really sure words needed to be used on that one. Irie on the drive, blocked by Peyton Shell. Now he leads the charge up to Schaefer. We saw that a lot yesterday, and we see it again.
It's the vision of Peyton Shell giving it up on the break, finding Schaefer. It's like he knows exactly where he's going to be.
Credit that assist to Mason Jensen. Tyson Keller will get the 2 points. Leading scorer for the Mustangs with 6.
Really good first half by Keller. I've been impressed with his effort in his play for the Mustangs.
Foul called as Jensen, as well as Cheyenne's Michael Gullix were going after the basketball. Here's the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Grayson Schaefer, when he's leading the fast break, we're going to probably get to know this is the result of it.
I'm a big fan of that. You're told to give the basketball up early because you can always get it back, but Shell does that so well. We've seen it the last couple days here. Give it up, get it to your big guy Schaefer, running the floor. Another throwdown.
At Ryan Dealerships, the commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience a difference when you visit one of their 5 locations in Minot or Williston. Before the Gullix shot attempt, it's an offensive foul against Cheyenne, and the foul margin has decreased thanks to Wincheski there. It's now 7-4, but offensive foul against West Fargo Cheyenne now officially puts Minot in the bonus.
You've seen that a couple times. They're kind of just getting in the movie screens. Got to wait for it, Owen. Let that screener get in position.
Shell now working inside after all those threes. Yeah, he can still finish at the hoop. Maybe landed awkwardly on that ankle. Slow to get up.
How about that move on the block, finishing with the left hand? Shell's got it all going this afternoon.
He's matched yesterday's scoring total in just 11 and a half minutes today. Here's that finish again from Shell. Still kind of grimacing out there on the court. Now he'll get subbed off with Wincheski coming back on the court.
They just haven't had an answer for Peyton Shell in this game. I don't know what to do, Owen. He's hitting everything from outside. You see his move on the block. You see him ability to drive the basketball, get in the paint.
Sully Irie chooses the elevator instead of the stairs and hits a straightaway 3. (36-19) lead for Minot. All the way around to Bedell for 3. Missed it. That'll be an Olsen rebound. Oh, we had another moving screen. And now a turnover. Goes off of Cooper Bryant, who set that screen.
Be an interesting stat I'd like to see, the amount of turnovers, not necessarily even steals, but the amount of turnovers that Eric Wincheski generates on the defensive side for Minot High. Such a menace.
Now on offense, puts the play in motion, gets it to Cale Workman. Yeah, there was a double team there around Bedell, and a steal for Cheyenne. Irie Oh, makes some space for himself and swishes from just inside the three-point line.
Maybe he says, thank you very much. Might have got away with a little push-off.
Hey,
but
no whistle, no problem.
Hey.
Wincheski. Oh, he just hit his head on the court. Gunville for three. His second of the ball game, but Minot High dealing with some injuries right now.
I said this about Medill. I'm going to say it again. He made that play happen, keeping it alive, tipping it, didn't come up with the offensive rebound, goes to Gunville's hands, finishing with a three ball. Almost said Jackson. It's Jalen.
Jalen Gunville's playing now. Bryce. Jackson and the Minot State Beavers are off to a 10-0 start.
We did talk a lot of Beavers earlier, so yeah. I got Minot State on my mind a little bit, Owen.
Number 20 in the nation. A long three, it's missed. Minot High has missed very few from beyond the arc in this first half. Irie out to Spielman. Spielman spins again. Now to the middle of the court. No look pass. Oh, but Olsen couldn't finish. Second chance for the Mustangs. Now they'll get it over to Cooper Bryant for two. Too bad that Spielman pass wins credit for an assist.
Yeah, it was a great find, and an even better find by Keller, finding Bryant for his first points of the ballgame.
Turnover against the Magi. West Fargo Cheyenne down 16 points here, 4 minutes to go before the half. It's 39-23 Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Kason Bernstein checks back in, again playing with 2 fouls. We haven't seen him much in this first half. Keller had it poked away by Shell. Goes right to Caden Olsen. Irie, not much room. Trying to make something happen, finds Bernstein right in the middle of the court. Now kicks it back out, 5 to shoot. Olsen on the drive, spins. Well contested there by Cale Workman. Nice defensive possession.
Really good defense continuing from Minot High. One and done. Oh, they're going to wave that off, I think.
No shot. Oh. Here's the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. All that for naught.
Little circus shot up by Eric Wincheski. Not going to count, but back to the free throw line. He's had a lot of free throw attempts here early in this season.
For the Serve Pro free throw line, 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro. We spoke about free throws a lot yesterday. They were at the line quite a bit, shot around 50%. I know you were trying to say it's the first game. Dean Wincheski did not say that. He said free throws need to get a little bit better, a lot better. 2 for 2 on that trip for Eric Wincheski. 3 points in the game. They've all come from the free throw line, but that assist number is pretty high.
Yeah, I know it's early. I said it. I wasn't trying to make any excuses by any means, but the opportunities are going to be there. You got to believe they're going to shoot a better percentage as the season goes along.
Intercepted by Wincheski, right down the middle. Oh, that one a pick 6 in football.
Eric Wincheski, maybe I know his time's coming up. He's a senior, but maybe missed opportunity to play a little safety for the Magi defense, maybe.
From the corner, mid-range shot by Larson, missed it. Put back from Keller and one.
The activity of Keller has been tremendous in this first half. We talked about the one and done on the defensive side that time. Getting the offensive rebound, going right back up. Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network, brought to you in part by Minot State University, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Be seen, be heard by you and MSU. Free throw missed, and then a foul immediately afterwards. It was against Cooper Bryant of West Fargo Cheyenne, trying to box out.
We're going to write this down, Owen, the 2:52 mark. That was the third personal foul on Eric Wincheski in this ballgame.
So we walk all the way down to the other end of the floor. It'll be free throws, a 1-and-1 for Payne Shell. We're in the second one. 17 first half points for the senior. Make it 18. 45-25 lead for Minot High over West Fargo Cheyenne. Game number 2 of the season for these teams. That ball still in play. Fisher Johnson picks it up. Pass off to Jensen. Jensen wanted him to keep running.
Yeah, Fisher, you don't want to tell him not to be aggressive there, but you come up with the turnover, maybe kick that out, try and run your set. You're up 20, but tremendous quickness out of Fisher Johnson. He's just trying to make something happen on there.
I'll say I saw what he saw. Jensen going right to the basket.
Yep. Kind of turnovers you just kind of live with as a coach, Owen.
Irie tries to fire a pass to Bryant. It goes out of bounds off the foot of Jalen Gunville. Landon Bedell checks back in.
Really good minutes out of Jalen Gunville in this ball game. He's really getting after it on the defensive side. Guy kind of known for his spark shooting off the bench, but the effort has really been there today defensively from Jalen Gunville.
Shot clock violation against Cheyenne. It didn't reset after that ball went out of bounds. Coach Winchesky did talk a little bit about Gunville. He talked about pretty much everybody in our pregame interview there. And he said, yeah, he had a lot of effort last night. He came clutch with the rebounds, and today it's the scoring and the shooting that is really taken over for Jalen Gunville today. 8 points in the first half, maybe some more. Third three. Took about 5 seconds to fall through the net.
You know what I love about that, Owen? Just no hesitation. Had his mind made up, rise up, knock it down. We talked about his ability to shoot the three ball on full display here in the first half.
It's only Irie. Across the lane. Pull up. Missed it. Schaefer with the rebound. Minot High with a 23-point lead. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Jensen, cross-court skip to Shell. Read by Irie, one-on-one. Fast break, contested. Shell with the block. He landed with the ball out of bounds. Out of this defensive play by number 1.
Peyton Shell, we talked about his wingspan, his athletic ability, getting up, blocking that one. Might be on his way to being one of the top shot blockers in AA hoops this season.
It is so hard on a play like that not to get called for a foul when you're going one-on-one fast break, and that one was clean.
You're absolutely right. The body control by Shell.
Oh, foul there against Chase Spielman. Minot now in the double bonus. Mason Jensen shooting 2. And coming up, we'll have the Magic Towing halftime report. Stats for the first half, scores from around the state, first half analysis. First free throw good by Jensen. The second one as well. Minot High at a half century mark in this first half. Wilson Wald checks in for the Magi. And Winchesky on the bench with 3 fouls. So Minot getting some extra bodies in there late in half number 1 with a 25-point lead. Irie. Shot was contested and drew the foul. It's going to go against Bedell.
Really like the quickness of Sullivan, Irie there. That's kind of that foul. I thought Bedell was moving his feet really well, was in a good position. Sometimes it's just a foul for being stronger. Oh, and Bedell's such a big dude. Sometimes you just get a foul call because you're the stronger guy in the situation.
You got some new referee hand signals. You got on the arm, the block, and then just flexing.
Yeah.
Too strong. 48.7 seconds on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy. That's why they'll make managing your money easy. With locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Irie misses them both. Shell with the rebound. And he's just going to go right back to the tin. And the foul.
This first half, it's been the Peyton Shell show. He's showing us everything. It's been causing turnovers, blocking shots, the steals, getting to the basket, shooting the three ball. Perfect from the foul line.
3-point play for Shell, now over 20 points in the game. Shot clock, an 8-second difference with the game clock. Spielman gets it out to Larson, quick trigger, missed it. Rebound goes to Workman. Turnover in the backcourt, Larson down 1v2 and gets fouled on the layup attempt.
I think the ref got this right. I think there's some contact going for the block above the shoulders, maybe on the head area. We're going to have 2 free throw attempts for Larson, showing some good activity for Coach Brandt off the bench today.
Well, that's what we just talked about with Peyton Shell and what he was able to do. You know, you get in situations like that, and the amount of times you get called for a foul, you almost just let him shoot the layup. Everybody trying to be Peyton Shell in this first half. Jack Larson, 2 for 2 at the Surf Pro free throw line. Last possession of the first half will be for Minot High School. Shell, the drive. Tries passing it to Wald, but traveled before he could get the ball away. So instead, the last possession of the first half goes to Sheyenne with 4.7 seconds left. Minot's going to bring out some full court pressure again to prevent any clean shot. Sheyenne did end with a first half buzzer beater yesterday against Bismarck. It'll be Keller for 3. They miss it this time. History won't repeat itself for Sheyenne like it did last night. Minot high, 53 in the first 18 minutes of basketball. We have our Magic Towing halftime report coming up next on the PSP Network.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of
presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
It's time for the Magic Towing halftime report. Remember their phone number, 701-509-4011. There's no job too big or too small when you call Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. The snow is melting outside this weekend, but there's still possibly a chance you'd need to call Magic Towing anytime. 701-509-4011. We'll start the halftime report by taking a look at our first half stats. Bryce Gudick has them for you.
Let us start on the visitor side. West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Couple guys leading in scoring. Keller had 8 in the first half. Irie added 8 as well. 2 for Spielman, 5 for Larson, 2 for Lincoln. 2 for Bryant. First half total of 27 for the Mustangs. The Minot High side, it was feature presentation. The show was Peyton Shell. He had 21 in the first half after 16 all of last night. Tremendous first half from Peyton Shell. Wincheski added 5. Johnson with 4. Bedell with 2. Gunville, huge first half. Great bench production from him with 11. Schaefer with 5. Jensen with 5. 53 big points in the first half from Minot High, all over Cheyenne in the first half of this one.
I wonder if we told Coach Wincheski during our pregame conversation with him that you'd have 53 points in the first half. Do you think he would have thought that would be possible after yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, he's very confident in his team. I talked to him after the game last night. He said, hey, we got a long way to go offensively. We got a lot of work to do. But how about this? They made 9 main threes in the ball game yesterday, Owen. They already have 9 in the first half of this one. We talked about the free throw percentage. How about this? 8 of 9 in the first half. You're plus 6 points right there. You're plus 6 made threes. A lot to like if you're Coach Dean Wincheski in the first half of this ball game.
Now some scores of note. Thanks to North Dakota Score Feed, keeping us up to date with those scores from around the state. Out east, these two teams, the girls teams, that game already final. Minot High 84-41 win over West Fargo Cheyenne. The number 1 team in girls Division AA starts the season 2-0. It'll be a while until we see them on the court. I don't think we even see them in the month of December. Actually, no, December 20th, they host Bismarck High. It's the first time we're going to have them on the PSP network. Again, they beat Cheyenne today by 43 points. On the boys' side already today, Red River over Minot North, 82-76. The Sentinels drop both the boys and the girls game in that doubleheader. We'll see the Sentinels next week at home against Turtle Mountain on Tuesday and Friday. How about this one, a barn burner at Legacy. Sabres 97, North 93 in overtime, and Bismarck High 98-75 over West Fargo.
Coach Wilhelm, you got to love the
I don't want to play defense.
The offense of the first 2 games. The points per game are jumping off the stat sheet.
Yeah, 200 points in their first 2 games. After a miss by Cheyenne, first offensive possession for Minot. Missed 3, but a second chance by Bedell. Oh, that one was blocked, I thought, from Kaysen Bernstein. Instead, a foul's going to get called.
I thought he did a pretty decent job of going straight up there, but we talk about Bedell's ability to keep balls alive, offensive rebounding. He does it so well. Great away in this one.
Yeah, his claim to fame last year was getting more rebounds than points per game. I mean, Bedell ended the season with 4.1 points and 4 boards per contest. This year it seems though the points might take an increase.
Yeah, we saw him hit a 3 yesterday in the ball game early in that one. Shot it with some confidence.
0 for 2 for the Serve Pro free throw line. Scoreless first 30 seconds out of the break. That'll continue until it's just flipped into the cup by West Fargo Cheyenne's Tanner Kratcha.
I talked to you a little about Kratcha pregame, and I think he's going to be a big piece moving forward as the season goes along for these Mustangs.
Corner 3 is missed by the Magi. Long rebound tracked down by West Fargo Cheyenne and Keller. During our postseason volleyball coverage a couple weeks ago, my color commentator Melissa Spelchin always picks some under the radar player to watch in each game. And when we're watching these JV games, we've been 2 for 2, Bryce, as to these guys to just keep in the back of our minds.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Kratcha. He's just a sophomore. He's 6'6", wide body, super athletic.
Fisher Johnson for 3. Minot High without a point in the second half. Cheyenne, though, still down 18. It's already 22. Keller reverses the ball. Caden Olson. Olson out to Kratcha. Drives to the left hand. Stops on a dime.
Kratcha doing it on the offensive rebounding. He gets the tip to start. How about being creative, getting in the lane, the stop and pop on Bedell. Good start to the second half. making the most of his opportunity.
All the defense gathers around Winchesky. Had an open Grayson Schaefer for 3, but Winchesky was in the lane for too long. Here's the Kratcha spinning shot.
I might have missed something, Owen, but I just looked up at the scoreboard. They've got Bernstein for 4 fouls in this ball game.
Well, he had 2 right away. Barely played in that first half. And then, yeah, his second of the second half. It was that first one on Bedell. Kratcha cutting to the basket. He's fouled. He is making life difficult for this Minot defense.
Oh, 6-0 spurt. Got to like that if you're Coach Brandt. A timeout from Minot High.
53-33 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll take a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza, open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7 and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3 for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store. West Fargo Cheyenne's defense is pitching a second half shutout, and the offense has scored 6 points, but there's a turnover. However, just like last night, way too wide of a halftime deficit.
Yeah, they came out in the second half last night, played extremely well. They're doing that again today, trying to take the game in spurts here. I know it's a big deficit, but you gotta like what you've seen early in this early in the second half from the Mustangs if you're Coach Brandt.
Minot High is trying to do everything they can to score. Winchesky up and under and up again, but he missed it.
Kratcha there under the basket. You see the length, the athletic ability on the defensive side for the Mustangs.
Kratcha, the pass to Spielman, blocked from behind by Winchesky. Oh, a foul is called. Watch this one again on the Ryan Femi Dealerships replay as Winchesky asks why.
I think that's going to be number 4 on Winchesky. And we still got over 15 minutes to go early in this second half. Huge call.
Missed free throw by Chase Spielman. Spielman, a junior guard for Cheyenne, played in just 4 games a year ago, and just 2 total points. And that's really the case for everybody suiting up in a varsity jersey for Cheyenne. A handful of games, a handful of points, but obviously taking on significantly bigger roles here in 2024-25. Spielman 3 points today.
Yeah, you talk about kind of calculated everything to that, Owen. They basically lost about 93% of their production as a team. Coach Brandt really got his work cut out for him. Going to take a heck of a coaching effort this season, but he's up to the challenge.
Yeah, here you go. This is in percentage of points coming back. 8% of points coming back from a year ago. That's not a lot. 8% of all rebounds coming back. 12% of steals, and of course 0 starters back for Cheyenne from a year ago. Cheyenne still without a point allowed. Kratcha misses the 3, and a lot going on there on the rebound between Bedell and Caden Olson. It'll be a foul against Olson.
Another great look, though, for the Mustangs. That 7-0 spurt to start the second half. Find Kratcha in the corner there. Good look, just didn't fall. See if Minot High can get something going offensively in the second half.
Have to do it with Winchesky off the floor. Mason Jensen is in the game. So it's Schaefer, Shell, Bedell, and Fisher Johnson. Going to the post, and Bedell, and now Olson was draped all over him.
It's a great pass by Bedell finding Schaefer. Schaefer does a great job sealing down there, saying, hey, give me the basketball. Let's get something going offensively.
Jack Larson's back in for West Fargo Cheyenne. Long inbounds pass to Peyton Shell. He'll now drive into the lane, step through, missed it. Minot just can't get anything to fall.
Shell's been so good at that. I don't know how many misses he has on a day, and not many, but I'd like to have that one back. That was a really good look.
3 from Max Zenker, another new West Fargo Cheyenne player in the game. Missed it. Johnson on the other end. He's fouled and will go to the Serve Pro free throw line for 2. Minot has missed a couple of free throws in this second half. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. First one is good, so after a 4-minute, 5-second scoring drought, Minot has points after the break. Kratcha, hands off to Keller, got some space, 3 on the way. Timeout, Cheyenne Mustangs. After this 3 right here from Kyson Keller. Double figures for number 5.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
This game goes final at the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. Thank you for joining us today on the PSP Network. We're on, what is this now, game 6 of 200 on the PSP Network this winter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow at Network PSP on Facebook and X to not miss a single game that we do from Division B to Division AA from the start of December to the end of March. Back to basketball here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Mason Jensen, long 3, off target. Second chance from Shell, had it ripped away by Kratcha, the second half MVP. Watch this one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Tanner Kratcha says, Peyton Shell, you have it, now you don't.
He's been showing a little bit of everything here in his start to this second half. You see Coach Brandt looking at him, just say, hey, kind of slow down there. You came up with the big play. Let's set it up. Kind of something you live with. He's just a sophomore, so, you know, there's some growing pains to it. Not a lot of varsity experience.
Workman to Shell. There's the first field goal of the second half for Minot.
24 in the game for Peyton Shell. Big 3, the first one of the second half for the Magi.
Keller over to Irie right away. Caught in the shooting motion, but missed the 3.
We continue to see it. It's been one and done for the Mustangs on the offensive end.
Johnson trying to weave his way through the Cheyenne defense, draws another foul, and he'll go to shoot 2 again.
Seen a little more aggressiveness today from Fisher Johnson, really attacking the lane. So one thing we really talk about him, his speed, his ability to get downhill. A couple more free throw opportunities.
This is the first one.
And for the Magicians, number 24, Jalen Gunville.
Well, Minot with a 58-37 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, trying to improve their home win streak to 17 games. They haven't lost in this building since January 17th of 2023. 50% on that trip for Fisher Johnson at the Serve Pro free throw line. 59-37 the new score. Shell creates the steal for Johnson. Johnson keeps it in his possession, spin cycle, missed the layup. Shell draws the foul.
See a little defense, switch into defensive look at Peyton Shell up on that pressure, on top of that full court pressure. So active, so long, the wingspan, really forcing that turnover.
It led to a Schaefer dunk last night. Free throw missed. .25 in the game for Peyton Shell. Irie gets the screen, gives it back to Kyson Keller, 3 missed. Workman with the rebound. Is it to Shell? Shell stops. And to Fisher Johnson. And again, Fisher Johnson is fouled. Minot will be in the bonus for the last 11 minutes and 53 seconds of this game.
Yeah, Eric Winchesky's been in that. He's in that foul trouble here in this ball game. It's been a good opportunity for Fisher Johnson to kind of create and get into the lane. He's gotten to the foul line several times in this one.
Sinks the both, 62-37 Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Inside of 12 minutes to go in the basketball game. Minot looking to start the season 2-0 in non-conference play. They'll start the WDA games next week. West Fargo Cheyenne, on the other hand, they'll be still in non-conference. That's a carry against the Mustangs. Senker going across the border to Minnesota, Fergus Falls.
We've seen kind of a gamble here by Coach Dean Winchesky. See if Eric can play. Eric Winchesky, that is, see if he can play with some foul trouble in this one. Over 11 minutes left, coming into the ball game with 4 fouls.
Gets a shot opportunity right off the bench. Eric Winchesky for 3, and the lead has ballooned back up to 28.
Already 11 made threes in this game for Minot High.
West Fargo Cheyenne had the offense there to start the second half, while Minot High was maybe sleeping a little bit. Another block from behind by Cratcha, by the way. But now the offense has just gotten out of rhythm again for Cheyenne. Shots not falling, 1 past threes, and that lead for Minot's growing and growing. Irie misses the 3. Shell leaking down the court. He wants to add to the dunk party, but Gunville is fouled about 60 feet from his basket.
And once again, Owen, it's the one and done. It's no second chance opportunities. Very limited for the Mustangs in this one. Minot High, such a good rebounding team as a whole. Everyone's doing it. It's been super impressive today.
Jalen Gunville will shoot the 1-and-1 as 4, make that 5 new West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs check into the game. Spielman back on the court. So is Bernstein. First free throw good by Gunville. Michael Gullix checks back in. Isaiah Lincoln, and the new player to this score sheet, McGill Dugbay. .13 points for Jalen Gunville tonight. It's the career high at the varsity level. Long 3 is missed by Gullix. Ball out of bounds. We'll go to Minot.
Don't mind. Hey, Gullix, coming to the game. You haven't seen any action here. You know, kind of got to. You're in those situations, Owen, where you got to make the coach not take you off the floor. You know, you got to. You know, he's trying to do something in these first couple minutes. Hey, had a pretty good look from 3.
Carson Brecky checks in for the first time today for Minot. He passes to Landon Bedell. Shell gets it back. Turn, face up the basket, missed the 3. Two Mustangs players and Bedell collided there for the rebound. Spielman. Back to Bernstein outside the three-point line. Shell with the defense. Shell with the shot contest. Put it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Shell just right on his hip there, kind of almost he knew what Bernstein was trying to do there, meeting him at the rim. Another block for Peyton Shell.
14 on the shot clock for Cheyenne. 9:49 left in the basketball game. Mustangs down 37-67. We saw Winchesky get an interception. There was a forced fumble.
I think that's going to be it for Bernstein in this one. His fifth. He has fouled out of this ball game.
Kratcha a very quick break, and he's back in the game. Near side, Brecky. Is it to Bedell? Fighting relentlessly in the post, but missed the shot.
I know it's a big deficit, but if you're Coach Brent, you've got to love what Tanner Kratchka has done in the second half of this ball game, both ends of the floor.
Well, he's really gotten one opportunity in this game. Didn't play in the first half. The second half has been all his. How about some more? Tanner Kratchka for three.
Another open look for Kratchka. 7 points in the second half for him.
Winchesky hands off to Gunville. Finds Brecky. Looking for Shell, short corner. Kratchka with the defense. Good matchup here. Goes off the leg of Kratchka and out of bounds. He just shut down Peyton Shell. It's the first time we really said that today.
Yeah, he's hounding Shell, saying, hey, I can guard you. I'm having a big second half in this one. Bring it on.
Grayson Schaefer back into the game for Bedell. The Minot high side. Screen set for Winchesky. Won't take the three. Dribble, drive, and kick to Shell. Missed it. And Schaefer pushed off.
About the whole Cheyenne bench got up on that one saying, hey, see a push here. Come on now. My guy Kratchka's boxing out, doing a good job on Schaefer here.
How about West Fargo Cheyenne, though, and West Fargo, who we saw yesterday? This is a true road trip. You know, it's not just going to Minot North High School and playing a game and coming back. You go to Bismarck yesterday, the travel day up to Minot and all that to start this season against the number 3 and number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, I talked about the challenges with doing that, the travel, the hotel stay and stuff, and playing teams of this caliber. Kudos to the coaches. I love it. See what you're made of early, learn a few things, and it's going to go a long way into the season, Owen.
It's not like it's anything new. I mean, this is a Cheyenne team that was staying in Bismarck, a very nice weekend in Bismarck in March as they won their first ever state basketball tournament. But those trips during tournament time a little bit different than the first weekend of the regular season, I'd have to think.
Yeah, they really are. And I was there to witness that state title. Tim Brandt told me a lot of things about their conference, and they were good, and they think they were underrated as a whole, and he showed us that in March last season.
Somehow it's taken this long to bring up Tim Brandt. I mean, this is a homecoming for him. Minot High School magician in the past, a third-year head coach of Cheyenne. He gets the team's first state title in year number 2. Done a great job. He's spent years as an assistant coach. He's really been with this program since the beginning.
Yeah, he most people know he's a really good friend of mine. He was in my wedding. He said it's just so different being in the gym. He really wishes the atmosphere of the gym that they would have played their home games instead of the auditorium here at the high school.
You know, I'm rather new to Minot. I didn't know they were playing games there at the auditorium, regular season games.
You and I talked about Tim's brother a little bit there, Jeff Brandt. I mean, I know this is going to sound like a stretch, Owen, but there's times where when you think of like high caliber talent and there's guys I always thought that every time they shot, they were going to make it. There's 3 guys in my mind at different levels. Stephen Curry in the NBA. I think he's going to make everything. J.J. Redick when he was at Duke. Jeff Brandt at Minot High. I swear, every time he shot the basketball, I thought it was going in. I did. Every single time. Such a talent, such a weapon. State champion here at Minot High. Jeff Brandt was something, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you got to watch him play for the Magicians. I got to watch him in Washburn Cardinals basketball practices. He was my head coach for a while.
You said he was kind of part of the scout team some days, right?
Yeah, sometimes in the Class B world, you only got 9 guys that show up to practice, so we need a 10th, and it's the head coach.
I'd like to be on his team. How do you
Yeah. Johnson with the made free throw. He's kind of made a living at the Surf Pro free throw line today, Fisher Johnson.
Yes, he has. He's been very effective at doing that all day. Huge second half by him as well. I've got him for about 13 points in this one, Owen.
Spielman lost the handle. Finds an open Keller. Cuts to the basket. Blocked by Johnson. Oh, my. Lots of dancing going on there. And it will be Minot basketball.
The defensive effort just never goes away for Minot High. 2 things. I've said it a number of times today. I am going to say it again. It's one-and-done opportunities. They're not allowing second chances. Their help defense is elite. Such a high level at the help defensive side from this Minot High team.
The 3 foul shots coming up for Peyton Shell at the Surf Pro free throw line after that foul against Kratcha. Coach Brandt thinks otherwise about it. It was one of those where Shell goes up in the air and Kratcha started boxing out before he landed.
Yeah, you got to allow him some space. It almost looked like the ref maybe called something to the head area on that one. I'm not too sure, but regardless, it's going to be free throw attempts for Shell.
Makes the first, still has 2 more. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at Surf Pro. 2 for 2 so far for Shell on this trip, thanks to a 30-point lead. After that one, 74-43 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bedell back in for Minot. As Shell will take a break. I've got him at 28 for Peyton Shell so far as we go to a First International Bank and Trust timeout. That is the official number.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Next week on the PSP Network, week starts on Tuesday with 2 basketball games, 2 hockey games. We'll be at Minot North High School, the new campus, as they take on Turtle Mountain. And obviously, excited to see Minot North's girls basketball team, the varsity, for the first time, but I might be more excited to watch Turtle Mountain play. Saw them in the state qualifier games last year, a scary team in the loaded Division A Region 3.
You're going to have to show me around, my friend. I'm a newbie up to the Minot North facility. You're going to have to show me the ropes, make sure I'm in the right spot, and I'm really excited to see the facility and call some Minot North hoops.
I've pretty much only walked into the gym and out of the gym because that's where the doors are. Keller, nope, missed it. Wojcicki, full speed ahead. Finishes with the right hand.
A lot of these one-and-dones, they lead to that. The transition hoops there, Winchesky, foot on the gas, all the way to the lane. Easy one for Minot High.
Irie, crisscross, missed the shot. Kratcha, the putback, also missed it. Bedell secures the rebound. The ball rolls out of bounds. Go back to West Fargo Cheyenne. Also on Tuesday on the PSP Network, Shiloh Christian at Des Lacs Burlington. The Skyhawks, a top 5 team in the state in Division A girls basketball. And then the Division A and Division B boys season starts on Friday. 3 from Larson missed. Winchesky rebound. There he goes again on the fast break. Playing with 4 fouls. So the points haven't been as high as they were yesterday, but those assists in the first half and now fast break layups in the second.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of time spent on the bench here in this second half. It's really allowed these other guys. Fisher Johnson's been terrific taking the ball to the basket here, and now Winchesky kind of getting into a rhythm in this game.
Fisher Johnson had his hand in the passing lane there. Spielman finds it. That's a tough shot to go up over Schaefer. High not slowing down on offense right now. Extra pass to Johnson. And the long rebound goes out of bounds.
Got the shootout on the Prairie. Is that what it's called, Owen? Going on at the auditorium this weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
shootout on the Prairie.
I think that's right.
We got to get out of here and get to that good game.
Are you going to catch some action tonight? Maybe a little South Prairie.
Thompson,
a huge matchup in single A girls hoops.
Number 1 versus number 3.
Big week from South Prairie. A lot of games for that team this week.
Yeah, okay, we relating it back to this game because we can. Talking about Cheyenne and this tough first weekend. 2 games against number 3, number 1 in the state. That's just 2 games.
Yeah.
South Prairie in the opening week scheduled 4 basketball games, one of them against number 3 in Division B, another one against number 4 in Division A, Wahpeton, and then the number 3 team in Division A in Thompson tonight. That is a gauntlet in just 1 week of the regular season.
Gauntlet is the correct word. Hey, throw them in there. Let's see what we're made of here. Early in the game is the philosophy from Coach Moser.
Chase Spielman with a made free throw. And we got another new player in the game for West Fargo Cheyenne to be Lewis Vincent coming in after this free throw. Also have number 4, Gabe Zafra, the junior, in for Cheyenne. Taven Archer checks in for Minot High, so does Carson Brecky and Wilson Wald. There's Cale Workman back into the game off the bench.
Real good take by Workman there. The 5'11" senior getting into the stat sheet.
Meeting everybody on the varsity roster today. Wyatt Zimney has checked in for Cheyenne. Foul called before the shot. Still be a 1-and-1 bonus here for Jack Larson.
Not going to lie, Owen, I'm pretty excited for after this to go catch my Longhorns against the Georgia Bulldogs. See if Texas can pull off the SEC championship in their first trip.
Yes, basketball may have started this week, but it is still football season. Two for 2 for Larson at the Surf Pro free throw line. 80-47 lead for Minot. 3:13 to go in the game. And we'll have our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Archer offensive rebound, triple teamed. Now Vincent will get that rebound, or the block shot. Zafra. Back to Vincent. Larson spinning, seemed a little out of control. Shot was actually pretty close.
Yeah, good take there, just couldn't get it to fall.
Workman, he's blocked by Larson. And now Larson leads the fast break for Cheyenne. Pull up 3. I'll just call it a pass.
Yeah. If I'm Larson, I'm definitely calling it a pass there. As Max Zinker gets into the scoring column for the Mustangs.
Workman, passed it out of bounds. And we have some more players coming in for the first time today. Brennan Gable for Cheyenne. I believe that's everybody that's wearing a warm-up down there on the bench for Cheyenne. Minot has a few more to go in this last 2 minutes of the game. Safra spins to his right. Pass back out to Zenker. Larson gets the ball on the Vincent pass. Drives baseline. Stopped by Workman. Back out. Archer with the steal. What's he going to do with it? Spin move. Taven Archer hooping the harm.
Little spin cycle, Owen, from Archer there. All the way getting the... That got the crowd really fired up, Owen, out of their seats on that one. Love to see it off the bench. The 6'1" junior.
Archer unable to get the three-point play, but an offensive rebound. Might get another chance. Instead, pass it out to Wilson Wald. Gunville tries to get this play under control. Archer, nice dish to Wald.
And Wald gets into the score sheet. 6 foot forward, the senior.
Talk with our Sport Clips MVP of the game coming up. A scoop there from Larson, missed it. Brecky with the rebound. And named the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game as part of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Missed three by Gunville. And now Vincent and Brecky.
I think they got a foul on this one. Yeah.
Goes against Brecky.
His first personal. Team foul.
It's a Saturday and the student section just woke up.
Vincent to the line to shoot the bonus.
Pajama day? What do you think?
Or maybe it's going to bed early. It is 4:30.
Might be a good day, Owen, to order some Planet Pizza, is what I'm thinking.
Call now, 701-852-1700 to place an order. I want to thank Shields of Minot Bismarck. Don't order pizza from Shields, though. In every sporting good possible, along with footwear and fashion, shop online at shields.com. Proud supporter of the PSP Network's mission of promoting local athletes. 30 seconds remain in our basketball game today. Minot High 84, Cheyenne 49. Archer, the Euro, missed it.
He had the bench up. He's looking over. He's like, my bad, guys. My bad, guys.
That was going to be the loudest cheer of the day if Archer made that play as well.
I think I spotted I think it might be his mother up in the stand. She's pretty hyped up about some of the things that Taven Archer's doing in the closing seconds of this one.
Vincent won't put up a shot there at the buzzer. Minot High with another big win on the opening weekend, 84-49. We'll talk about it in the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show next on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
The Magi moved to 2-0 on the season. They've won 17 games in a row in this building with an 84-49 win today over the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. It's time to recap these last 36 minutes of basketball with the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. We'll speak to our Sport Clips MVP shortly, but first, the final numbers. With that, we turn it to Bryce Gudnick.
I'm going to start on the Mustang side. They were led in scoring by Erie and by Keller. They each had 11 in this one. Spielman finished with 7. Kratchka, all in the second half, he had 7. Larson with 7. Lincoln with 2. Bryant with 2. Zenker with 2. The Magi side, it was the Peyton Shell show from the tip today. He was outstanding. 28 points in this ball game. Winchesky finished with 12. Fisher Johnson, really impressive today's free throw line, getting in the lane. He had 13. Gunville with 14 off the bench. 5 points for Schaefer. 5 points for Jensen. 2 points for Workman. Archer with 3. Wilson Wald with 2. Minot High big in this one today. 84. Mustangs 49.
And started with 53 points in the first half for Minot High. Shell had 20 at the break. Obviously, they came out to play today right away, shooting the 3 ball, which they didn't really have much success with against West Fargo. Obviously, that quick break between games just kind of kept them in rhythm, I think.
Yeah, they shot the 3 very well. They made 9 in the first half, finished the game. I have them for 11 made threes. They're making their free throws in that first half. They were 8 of 9 to start this one, getting their free throw opportunities. Then it was a mix. I talked about Fisher Johnson a lot. He was great. Gunville was terrific off the bench. He had a few made threes in this one. Some major contributions off the bench for Dean Winchesky in this one.
Well, Nick Holberg is producing our game, and we're testing out the new camera. So welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody, for our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show. It's way too fancy of a camera to stay in my setup this season, but all kinds of new equipment here on the PSP Network. We talked about the short turnaround. It's going to be 10 days now until Minot High gets back onto the court when they go to Bismarck St. Mary's for the conference opener. West Fargo Cheyenne, a quicker turnaround when they go at Fergus Falls. But now it's time where the games really do start to count for Minot High. WDA games the rest of the way.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd situation to have that many days off. But, you know, when you're around the holidays, the scheduling's just kind of weird. And you do as the best job you can to kind of keep it normal. But how about the start for them? 2 big wins against 2 really good eastern side of the state teams out of the EDC. Got to be happy with a lot of the things you saw if you're Coach Dean Winchesky.
When we come back from break, we'll talk with the Sport Clips MVP of the game, as well as name the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. You're watching the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show on the PSP Network.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Back at the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. It's time to talk to our Sport Clips MVP of the game today. It's Peyton Shell, 20 huge points in the first half, but you also had some defense in there with a couple of blocks. The intensity once again high today for your team. How did you guys bring it right away?
We had to have a lot of energy to play against these guys, especially at the beginning of the season. We need to show that we don't mess around on defense and on offense.
We talk about every kind of arsenal about your game, but it seems like a point of emphasis this year early, you attacking the rim. Are you making it more of a point? We know about your ability to shoot the three ball, and we know about your defensive arsenal with your height and your wingspan and stuff, but it seems like you're really making it a point to attack the rim and get in the paint.
Yeah, teams started to close out harder on me. Needed to create some plays for my teammates, And if that means taking it to a hoop, I got to get better at that.
The Grit Belt makes its second appearance already on the PSP Network. We're in agreement with whoever picks it out. Who does make the final decision on that?
The coaches do.
Coaches do. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Great job today. And we'll be a while until you guys are back here at home, which has been pretty good for you guys.
Yep. Yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Sport Clips MVP of the game, Peyton Shell. All right. Let's take a look now at our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. Well, I know we have the highlight in here. I don't think we're going to get it in time. Let's just talk about it a little bit. Here are Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. I mean, Shell's threes in the first half, that sequence again, if we wanted to pick more than one like we did yesterday, or the Schaefer dunk, which has already gone on social media. So I think Holberg has made the decision for us. Our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game, another Grayson Schaefer dunk.
Yeah, that transition, and it's the vision that sets Peyton Shell apart, and on that fast break, it's kind of easy to maybe go to the lane and kind of force something up there, but giving the basketball up, getting your teammate out on the run there, ahead it, getting that bounce pass to him. Schaefer with another throwdown. It's when we talk about Peyton Shell, there's so much. I said this. There's so much to talk about. His ability to force turnovers and block shots.
Oh, we've got it. Magic City Home Leisure move of the
up.
game. Grayson Schaefer. You know what? This one might be the best of the three he's already done this season. Hung on the rim for a little bit. Yeah, you don't want to watch from the sideline as the opposing team when Schaefer gets ahead of the fast break. A second look at it here on the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Well, that does it for us today from Minot. For our great PSP Network crew putting on tonight's show, my color commentator Bryce Gudnick, I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. It's Minot High 84, West Fargo Cheyenne 49. We'll be back on the air Tuesday night from Minot North High School as the girls take on Turtle Mountain and the Braves on the PSP Network. Hope you join us then, and until then, have a good night, everybody.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.